Let's open it up. Hey folks, it's Mary, aka MercyTriumphs, and this is Slow Crochet. Today I want to share with you my very first order ever from Herrschner's. Now y'all, I've been aware of Herrschner's ever since I first encountered them through Crystal over at Bag O' Day Crochet. She has done such a great job of introducing so many of us to so many wonderful yarn companies, yarn suppliers. And Herrschner's is one that has always had such a great reputation. I've watched folks who have gotten to go to their brick and mortar store, and I've also heard that they have pretty good shipping deals on occasion. So a few weeks back, I think I put it in the community tab, Herrschner's ran a 99-cent shipping sale for 24 hours. And I already had some things in my cart at the time. I was just waiting for the right moment to go ahead and click the buy button. Now, it is just the one bag. I did not go overboard. In fact, including tax, I paid less than $21. But I would like to share with you what I got because I didn't want to go overboard crazy on things that I've never used before. I just got one ball of several different things, but I'm really excited because I want to feel these yarns for myself. I want to see how they work up for me. And then if I like them, then I do have some bigger projects in mind that I'll want to use these for. So without further ado, let's get into it. Easy open. Packing slip. Okay, so yes, with the coupon code, it was 99-cent shipping, and I did just have to pay a little bit of sales tax, but other than that, everything was pretty straightforward. Okay, so I got one ball that was $1.77. Everything else was $3.99. It was all regular price yarn, nothing really on big sale, but perfect for me for getting to try these yarns out. But let's look at the yarn. Okay, the first thing that I got, this is Herrschner's. I got a Herrschner's Worsted 3. So as I understand, their Worsted 3 is the same as their Worsted 8. It just comes in a smaller ball. So this is a 3-ounce ball rather than the 8-ounce ball. And this is the color Honeysuckle. So I wanted to try out this color. I wanted to see how it would do in real life. So this color, it's a very beautiful coral red, that koi color, that koi fish color. Really, really lovely. It is a little bit fuzzy, but not like, it's not like an eyelash yarn or like an overtly fuzzy yarn, not like a novelty yarn, but it is pretty soft. It is a little fuzzy. It looks like a pretty standard 4-weight, maybe a little bit lighter of a 4, but really beautiful. It is 100% acrylic, machine wash and dry, and it recommends a size I9, a 5.5 millimeter hook for this. So this was the only one that was $1.77, and for 3 ounces, it gives you 183 yards. So happy with that one, yay. It seems so silly, but yes, for one ball of yarn, I'm really excited because I get to try it finally. The next yarn that I got is Willow Daily. This is a worsted weight, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 218 yards or 200 meters. And this is a 4-weight. This is 100% superwash wool. And this is the color 0074. This is the color Ivy. So this is a yarn that I've had my eye on for a while. I wanted to know how their superwash wool did. Willow Yarns is affiliated. They're like the sister company of Herrschner's, as I understand it. And so when you go to the Herrschner site, you'll see Willow Yarns as well. I've had my eye on this yarn for a bit, and so I'm really glad that I finally got an opportunity to just try it out. Just try one ball, and I'll get to see what it's like. In terms of the softness factor, it's a little bit less soft than the Worsted 3, but that's kind of to be expected because it is wool. It's not a merino wool, it's a superwash wool. But it seems to be a pretty good 4-weight, maybe a little bit light of a 4, but really, really pretty. I'm really excited to work with this one too. It doesn't feel super scratchy. It does feel like wool, but I would say it's probably a little bit softer than like your Red Heart Super Saver. And this particular color, this kind of army green. This is one of my absolute favorite colors, so I wanted to make sure if I was going to try out a superwash from Herrschner, something I never tried before, let me go ahead and get it in my favorite color. Oh, you can see I'm wearing the color I'm wearing now. I think you'll see a pattern, a theme in my last 3 balls of yarn. So the first one I got, the first one of the 3, this is Willow Yarns Wash. 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 169 yards or 155 meters. It is a 100% anti-pill acrylic, and it is a weight of 4 5.5 millimeter hook is what they recommend. So that is the Willow Yarns version of an anti-pilling yarn. Compared to the Herrschner's 3, the Herrschner's worsted, it does have a bit more of a sheen to it. It is really soft, a little bit softer and a little less fuzzy than the Herrschner's, the worsted 3. But yeah, it does have comparable yardage to it. This one is 169 yards and this one is 189 yards. So definitely a difference there. You can tell that this one is balled a little bit tighter than this one. This one's a little bit floppier of a skein. But this is color number 0008. The color name is Gold Mine. And when I was on Herrschner's site, I was just going to try to get, as you'll see, any size for anti-pilling acrylics that I could find. And they didn't have a lot of colors in this Willow Wash, but I thought I might as well go ahead and try it anyway, just because there were several colors there and maybe they were just in process of reordering some more or just seeing how it does. So I wanted to go ahead and grab that one and give it a try. I did get Herrschner's Supreme Worsted yarn. This is color 0011. The color name is Juniper, and this is Herrschner's brand yarn of their 100% anti-pill acrylic. This is 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 169 yards, 155 meters, and it recommends a size I9 5.5 millimeter hook. So same specs as the Willow Wash, but this one seems maybe a tiny bit fluffier, maybe a little bit thicker. We'll have to find out. I will be doing a part 2 of my anti-pilling acrylics test. So these two will definitely be in the running there. But this is a yarn I've really been looking at for maybe a blanket or something kind of bigger, and I wanted to test it out, and I wanted to especially see how this color played out, because again, my favorite color of green, that deep, wonderful green, and I wanted to see how it would look in real life versus just on the computer screen. So yay, happy with that. Looking forward to trying that one out. And then last but not least, Herrschner's does carry Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday Worsted, and this is 180 yards or 165 meters, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 100% anti-pilling acrylic. It is the medium number 4. It recommends a 5 millimeter hook rather than the 5.5. And this is the color Orchid. And on the ball band here, it has a handy little guide to pulling the yarn out so you can pull from the center. So that's nice. In terms of color, it is, I think Orchid is an all right name for it. To me, it looks more like a true lavender. Like lavender flowers tend to be a pale purple, but it's not as light as many lavenders kind of can be. It's more of a light purple. It's really beautiful. I would even call this like a chive blossom color perhaps, or even when your mint bolts and it starts to flower, I might call it that. But maybe a lot of people have better reference points for orchid than they would for mint blossoms. But anyway, that's just my opinion there. I do think this is a beautiful color. I'm looking forward to working with it. In terms of being a palette, I think it's a lot of fun. I like the kind of bolder colors here and the more jewel tones here. I think that's a fun contrast. I won't necessarily work with these together, but I am going to enjoy that process. So I'm glad for the colors I chose, and I am glad to say that they seem pretty true, at least on my screen, to what Herrschner's website was showing up. So yay! Okay, 2 of these gorgeous greens, one in the acrylic and one in the superwash wool, and then other acrylics. Okay, so 5 balls of yarn for about $20. Not bad at all. Thank you so much, Herrschners, for being very quick with your shipping. I'm excited to work with these yarns, and y'all can look forward to a video featuring these in the near future. So that was it for me today. Thank you so much for sharing my joy, letting me ramble about yarn a little bit with you. Do let me know in the comments, what do you think about Herrschners? I am excited to see how these yarns play out, because I'm hopeful that they'll be as wonderful. I hope that they'll be wonderful, and I'll be placing larger orders in the future. But again, I do want to try them out first before I do a big order. I would hate to be stuck with a bunch of yarn. I've made that mistake in the past, ordering sight unseen or yarn unfelt, and kind of been a little bit disappointed. So we're learning from our past mistakes, just going with one ball, gonna do some small projects. You'll see the video featuring that in the future. And yeah, until then, thanks so much for spending some time with me today. And if I'm not your cup of tea, thank you for listening this long. I do appreciate you, and I do hope I'll see you again soon. Bye.